They laughed when he started. They laughed because they couldn't see what he saw. They mocked his dreams, his effort, and his passion because it didn't fit their definition of what was realistic. They said, You think you can make it? Every time he shared his goals, someone smirked, someone rolled their eyes, and someone whispered behind his back, He's wasting his time. He wasn't rich. He wasn't famous. He wasn't connected. But behind every insult, every doubt, every moment of mockery, he was taking notes. He was listening, learning, and turning their laughter into fuel. Because deep down, he knew something they didn't. One day, they'd remember his name. It all started small, like every great dream does. No spotlight, no audience, no applause, just one person. And a dream that no one else believed in. He didn't have resources, so he created them. He didn't have support, so he became his own support system. He didn't have time, so he made it. Between long nights, early mornings, and moments of exhaustion when most people would have said, That's enough. But he refused to quit. He faced the kind of loneliness only dreamers understand. When everyone else slept, he stayed awake, planning, learning, and working. When others laughed at his failures, he whispered to himself, This is temporary, because pain, he believed, is the price of greatness. And in those quiet nights, when success felt so far away, he made himself a promise. One day, they'll stop laughing. And when that day comes, I'll smile, not out of revenge, but gratitude. Then came the rejection. Every door he knocked on closed in his face. Every call ended with a polite, sorry, not interested. Every idea was dismissed, every effort overlooked. People said, It's time to give up. Maybe they were right, he thought. Maybe this dream wasn't meant for him. But just when he was ready to quit, something inside him whispered, You've come too far to stop now. That voice, quiet but powerful, became his anchor. It became the one thing he could trust when the world gave him nothing else. So he kept going. He learned to see rejection differently. Each no became redirection. Each failure, a lesson. Every setback, preparation. He began improving quietly, away from the noise. While everyone doubted, he worked. While they judged, he built. And while the world laughed, he was becoming something far stronger than successful. He was becoming resilient. Loneliness soon became his closest companion. The grind was heavy and the nights were long. There was no one to talk to, no one to celebrate small wins with. People who once said, I believe in you, had long disappeared. But he learned something powerful. The road to greatness is not crowded. It's lonely. He stopped waiting for validation. He stopped begging for belief. Instead, he built discipline, the kind that doesn't ask how you feel, the kind that doesn't care who's watching, the kind that doesn't need motivation to move forward. Every morning he got up and did the work, not because he felt like it, but because his purpose demanded it. While others were talking about success, he was living through the struggle behind it. He realized something most never understand. Motivation fades, but consistency doesn't. And that's what makes winners. Then came the shift. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't sudden. But it was real. The same work that once brought him failure began opening doors. The same people who laughed at him started paying attention. The same inner voice that once doubted him now said, You're getting closer. And then, finally, it happened. That moment that changes everything. That first big break. That first real win. The kind that turns whispers into silence. Suddenly, the laughter stopped. No more jokes. No more mockery. Just quiet respect. The same people who said, He'll never make it, were now saying, I always knew he could. But what mattered most wasn't that he proved them wrong. It was that he proved himself right. He didn't win because the world believed in him. He won because he never stopped believing in himself. There's a message here. You don't win when others start believing in you. You win when you believe in yourself long enough for the world to catch up. People will always doubt what they don't understand. They'll laugh at your effort until your results speak louder than their words. They'll ignore your progress until your success becomes impossible to ignore. So if they're laughing at you right now, let them. If they're doubting you, let them. If they're calling you crazy, smile. Every great idea sounded crazy once. Every genius was misunderstood before they were celebrated. Legends aren't born in comfort. They're built in chaos. They're shaped by rejection, molded by pain, and hardened by failure. And if you can survive all that without giving up, you become unstoppable. You become the kind of person success is drawn to. Years later, he stood on a stage, the same man they once laughed at, now being applauded by thousands. The same dream they mocked had become his reality. And as he looked at the crowd, he saw familiar faces. Some who doubted, some who left, some who laughed. But instead of anger, he felt gratitude, because without their doubt, he might never have discovered his strength. Without their laughter, he might never have learned resilience. Without their rejection, he might never have found his purpose. He realized the truth: the world didn't change. He did. He stopped waiting for permission. He stopped explaining himself. He stopped needing anyone's approval. That's when everything changed. So to everyone who doubted him, thank you. To everyone who laughed, thank you. To everyone who said, "You'll never make it," thank you. Because you built the version of him that doesn't quit. You created the mindset that doesn't break. And to you watching this right now, maybe you're still in the dark chapter. Maybe you're still being laughed at. Maybe they still don't believe in you. But that's okay, because every legend you admire was once in your position. Every success story begins with someone who refused to quit when it would have been easier to walk away. So keep going, keep believing, keep fighting, because your moment is coming. The day will come when they stop laughing and start clapping. The same people who doubted you will one day use your story as motivation for their own. And when that day comes, you look back at every painful moment, every long night, every no, and realize it was all worth it, because the world laughed at him until he won. And now it's your turn.